abuse the wolf. Abuse them like there's no tomorrow, because wolves are just abusable like that. Right about this point, at the 12-minute mark, I think Check should have probably attacked. This is where the mass dot strategy is at its peak. Right when you have master training. It's sort of like, with any strategy that involves master training. It's always good when your opponent doesn't expect bears or doesn't expect, master dots at this point in time. If they're not ready. Sometimes you could catch your opponents with their pants down, and that's pretty freaking sweet. I'm like, lol, you're naked, and I just pwned you because I'm cool like that. See, this is why DH becomes less effective, because the Farseer runs away from the battle, and then you have mass and snare going on that DH, and I've lost my DH countless number of times because of ensnare and me trying to mana burn the heroes. So you really just want to keep your DH, not away from the battle, but you don't want to run him in there like, like a chicken with his head cut off, So, right now, friggin' Check is owning up this battle. Look at this. I don't think he should really be focusing the archers on the grunts like he's doing. He should be doing it to the unarmored spirit walkers. Good choice, right? He's got mass dots here. He could have easily just taken down the grunts with the dots, which he should have done, but he doesn't, and instead is focusing his archers on the grunts like an idiot, which I think is one of his mistakes in this game. Those spirit walkers should be dead. Grubby was not really focus firing on the archers too much. Obviously he was just trying to kill the dots, get Cyclone away. And I just think it was really bad play by Check to focus fire on the grunts and not the spirit walkers. So, obviously Check pretty much owned this battle. And that was pretty Gosu use of staff right there. Saving that DH, that's definitely a plus. Staff of Imbalance for the win, which I'm surprised Blizzard did not nerf, which honestly I think staff needs a nerf in either cooldown time or it needs to be at tier 3 like the human staff, which I'll admit is not as good as Staff of Prez. So yeah, good job Blizzard on your awesome patch 120. I commend you. Yeah, alright, so when you go this strategy, definitely use your spawns to your advantage, like Check is doing. Spawns or summons of any kind except for water elementals are good scouts because they're usually fast. So you guys should definitely abuse spawns, which I don't see in a lot of average games. Not like I really watch average games anyway, but you get my drift. So, basically, this is, again, why the Fire Lord was a mistake. The Fire Lord basically took away 396 EXP from the Demon Hunter and the Beastmaster. And, if the Beastmaster would almost be level 4 if the Fire Lord wasn't there, and the Demon Hunter would be level 4 if the Fire Lord was not there. So, I guess the extra spawns could help, but when Grubby is as good as he is with his Spirit Walkers, the more summons, Grubby was probably thinking, yes, summon, please, more summons, free experience. All I need to do is press D and I get free experience. So, I just really think that was a bad mistake by Check getting the Fire Lord. And look at that, spawn goes down in an instant, mass disenchants going off everywhere, very nice use of Spirit Link. Grubby is playing very well, and Check is, he had a great early game, but now he's not playing up to what he was playing before. Again, he's just trying to kill those raiders. He should be killing the freaking Spirit Walkers, which he's not doing, which he does a horrible job in this game. In my opinion, the Spirit Walkers cause more harm than the freaking Raiders, even though the Raiders have ensnare of GG. Which I was kind of disappointed on the nerf on that. I think really ensnare should be kind of nerfed to maybe 10 seconds, not 12. 12 is still a decent amount of time, especially when you can mass up raiders or... Well, I mean, I know massing raiders is a bad idea, but you know what I mean. Like 4 raiders and you still can basically own a hero by just pressing E. It's ridiculous. And now I'm whining like Todd, like a little girl, so I'll stop that. I'll deal with the imbalance, you know? So yeah, very nice moves by both players right now. Both are effectively getting pots of invuln and just using them very well. And yeah, there's nothing really much to comment on. Throughout this whole game so far, Check has had very nice positioning, which in the dot strategy is very important. Your positioning in the dot strategy is probably about half of the game when you play dots. Hell, when Night Elf has to play Orc, it's ridiculous. Positioning is like the whole game versus Orc when you're Night Elf. If you have good positioning, you're gonna own the Orc. If you have shit positioning, you're just gonna get raped in like 2 seconds, because if the TC and the Farseer pull off like 2 good chain waves, you're basically owned. I mean, you're basically forced to TP, especially if you don't carry any scrolls. So right now Grubby has really managed to tie this game up, despite Check having probably one of the best opening games I have seen in a game in a while. But right now, you know, getting up that expo was key for Grubby, and a mistake by Check is just not prioritizing killing that expo. You know, there's really no excuse for an expo to get up on a map like this unless one player has such a ridiculous advantage over the other player, which, you know, Grubby had no advantage whatsoever against Check. And he still managed to pull up this expo. So, you know, I just think Check should have put a wisp near this expo that Grubby has, and I think he could have taken it out and probably won the game. So, you know, Check plays really well in the beginning, but again, just the slop later game, you know, just causes him the game. So, as you saw a little bit earlier, I don't know if you saw it, but Check killed off his archers. I think that's a bad idea to just go mass dots in this situation, because, you know, Check, he's probably an intelligent human being. He knows that Grubby has a good amount of spirit walkers. Why would you not keep your archers, honestly? I mean, with the mass frickin' dots, you could get rid of the grunts very easily. Why would you not keep your archers? Personally, I think Check should have had maybe 5 or 6 archers at all times against this strategy. I think it would have made things a lot easier for him, and again, he possibly could have won the game. So now we've got mass dots of sex, and Grubby's like, hell no bitches, I'm running. So, whatever, hit and run. That's half the game in Warcraft. Wait, maybe not. Okay, maybe it's like a quarter of the game. Knowing when to hit and run. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, I think the mercenary camps were a great idea on Blizzard's part for this map. You know, SK Hot and Deadman have, I've seen in their replays, have been, you know, using the Merc camp to their advantage. And the Merc camp is really nice because it has everything. You have Abolish Magic and Heal with the Troll Priest. You have probably one of the best ranged units in the game as a Merc. You know, the Troll Berserker, I think is called. Yeah, Forest Troll Berserker. 28 to 37 damage, medium armor, 450 HP. He's like the Troll Headhunter on steroids. It's like Jose Posado. Like, you know, say the freaking Headhunter was a normal baseball player. This Troll Headhunter's like Mark McGuire, you know, Sammy Sosa, freaking, you know, Barry Bonds, all these steroid-using freaking baseball players put together. That's your equivalent if I could, you know, put up, you know, like a simile of sorts. Okay, I'm done commenting on freaking steroid-using baseball players. So this is my point. Look, trying to mana burn is probably the worst idea when in full battle of an orc army, because even though Grubby doesn't really take advantage of it, he definitely could have gotten an ensnare and a surround on that DH. And another mistake by good old Check is he lacks a TP, which is a huge mistake, especially when you're playing someone of Grubby's caliber. Lacking a TP is a very bad idea. The reason why Grubby can get away with it is because he's got the oh-so-awesome Speed Scroll. Probably one of the best items in the game, that Speed Scroll. 50 gold, and your units become basically impossible to kill when you're trying to run away. So that's freaking awesome. So yeah, Ensnare goes off. Good game, Demon Hunter. And, you know, the mass dots aren't going to do jack shit to unarmored Spirit Walkers, which I think take less. Yeah, they take... Oh, wait, no, they don't. They don't take less, but still. And that's basically the game. So, a recap of why Check lost this particular game. One, he did not scout out that Expo very well. He basically had Grubby throughout the whole game up until the Expo got up. And that was bad. That was bad playing. Second, I honestly think that Fire Lord was a mistake. Without that Fire Lord, I'm sure Check could have had level 5 and like maybe 2 level 5 heroes, you know, Demon Hunter and Beastmaster, and that could have turned the tides in his favor, because he'd get Imba Hawk level 3 or Quill Beast of level 3, and either one would be good. I would have probably went Quill Beast just because of the unarmored Spirit Walkers. Yeah, so another mistake, he didn't really prioritize that Expo once he knew about it. That's one of the reasons why Grubby won. That Expo won him the game. You know, GG, nothing much he could have done. His fourth mistake of why Check lost this game, I honestly think because of killing his own archers. That was a mistake. I think the archers could have really helped this game, especially since Grubby only had like 2 grunts, so I think those archers could have been a valuable asset to Grubby's game. I mean to Check's game. Also, not buying scrolls. Against Orc, if you're Night Elf, scrolls are a must. Scrolls are please, thank you, and good game, noob. Scrolls are godly. I mean, I would make love to a healing scroll. Not really. It'd be kind of weird. I guess I could like masturbate into a healing scroll, you know what I mean, and use it as a tissue. Yes, that was a joke if you guys didn't get it, because you know typically when you masturbate you do it into a tissue. Okay, that is enough of that. Game 2 should be sometime in the near future. Maybe I'll get to it on Wednesday when I do not have work. Those bastards at Kohl's have me working 27 hours. They suck like hardcore. You know, as a final thing, I'm going to check my PMs, because that's what all the cool audio commentators do. And I currently have 5 PMs. Let's check one. One is from Zap, you are a loser. Yes, because I honestly don't have any PMs, because I'm a jerk like that, and I guess nobody likes to PM me because I'm just not Gosu enough. But yeah, I'm done dragging this thing out, guys. I hope you enjoyed this audio. Hopefully you learned something. You know, as Freak says, PMS is very important, and definitely more so in the Night Elf vs. Orc game, because, you know, positioning is like half the game, or maybe more so. Maybe I'd say probably, honestly, 75% of the game versus Orc is positioning. 10% is probably healing scrolls. No, you know what? I'll give it 15%. 15% of the Night Elf vs. Orc game is probably buying healing scrolls, and the remainder is always having a TP on hand. So, yeah, that's very important. So, yeah, I hope you guys will look forward to Game 2 of this series. I think it's on Lost Temple. Let me check. No, you know what, screw it. It probably is on Lost Temple. I don't care enough. So, this is Zap signing out. Good luck, have fun, good luck in ladder. I'll hope to see you and play you, and maybe even hopefully beat you guys if we ever meet on ladder.